Here we go. Tonight's the night. Raquel Pennington versus Julianna Peña, which has been 11 years in the making, happening tonight. And 2 years in the making, Julianna Peña's return to action since dropping her title to Amanda the Lioness Nunes. Waited a long time, not for this fight. I didn't really care about Peña Pennington. I just waited a long time to see her back in the octagon. And man, I couldn't be more nervous for this one. I mean, I was more nervous for both her fights with Amanda Nunes, obviously, because Amanda is way more dangerous. Even when she beat her the first time, I was still scared going into the rematch because it's a fight. Anything can happen. We all know that Nunes in that first fight wasn't her best self, and that if she could show up better, it kind of begged the question, especially for me as a Peña fan, how is she going to answer when the real Lioness shows up or makes those adjustments? And unfortunately, the answer was not what I wanted. But now, 2 years later, different opponent, less dangerous opponent, different champion, different opponent 2 years later. Someone that's more beatable, but again, I'm still a little bit worried because Peña has not fought since 2022. Raquel has activity, confidence, and momentum on her side. She is the world champion, and we have to respect that. Like, for as much as I have, disregarded Raquel for years and not given her that respect, she's proven me wrong many times, and she was able to work her way back to this point to earn a title shot to become the champion of the world and beat Mayra Bueno Silva, even though she did not beat a championship level fighter to win the vacant title. So then again, how much stock can you really put in that? Still, she is the champion. And Julianna does have an uphill battle to climb to get her belt back, because even though I've never thought Raquel was that good, Raquel is still very difficult to deal with in the octagon. She's like a tough fight for anybody. And I mean, for me, this isn't like the ideal fight for Peña to come back to after 2 years. I would have liked to have seen her, take another fight first, a tune-up fight just to see where she's at. But she's jumping right back into the belly of the beast because she wants that world title. She wants to be on top of the mountain again. And I want that as well. And will that happen? There's only one way to find out, is when both are in the octagon and the ref signals them to go. My official prediction, unfortunately, is not Peña winning, just because I have terrible luck with my favorite fighters winning as of late. And whenever I pick them to win these kinds of fights, they lose. So I'm better off not picking Peña, and then maybe as like a reverse psychology tactic, maybe it will lead to Julianna Peña winning. But if I pick her to win, she will definitely not defeat Raquel Pennington. But I pray to God she does, man. I really want to see Julianna become the champion again. Because I know, Kayla Harrison's waiting in the wings and she won't be able to defend her title if Kayla defeats Ketlin. Still, just to see Peña climb the top of the mountain again, no matter how these haters will twist it and cope, I do not care. They can still bring up the fact that, Nunes beat her, and Nunes is still the best, and, they'll still bring up that Nunes loss, and they'll also bring up Kayla Harrison. They'll bring up, now you gotta fight Kayla, and you won't beat Kayla. So they'll still disrespect Peña, but at least in my defense as a Peña fan, I can always bring up the fact that she was a two-time champion. That is worthy of respect, because winning the belt back will at least prove winning it the first time was no fluke. It will prove that Julianna Peña is a championship-level fighter. Because if Raquel Pennington is, and she can't beat Julianna, what does it say about Julianna Peña? It just says that Julianna Peña is one of the best fighters in the world, that even with 2 years off, she can still come back, fight for a title against an active fighter on a win streak, and win it. And I mean, look, if Peña is going to lose tonight, which is very likely, I've seen some people say that she'll retire if she loses, or that she should retire. In my personal opinion, I don't think she should, and I don't think she will retire. She shouldn't go out like that. She can't go out like that. If she loses tonight, then okay. She came back and maybe shouldn't have taken this fight, And maybe that'll be the consequence of coming back from a layoff and jumping right back into a title fight. Maybe she's not ready. Maybe she'll have to take this loss, shake off the cobwebs, shake off the ring rust in this one, and then maybe in her next fight, she gets back her mojo and bounces back. Like, if she doesn't win tonight, depending on who the UFC matches Pena with, I'm sure that Pena will just win her next fight and just be that top contender, that former champion who will never be champ again per se, but will always be that solid top 5 contender who can still put on good fights and still win some fights, but maybe just not be a champion again. But I'm hoping that she can be champ again. I need that to happen. If I couldn't have Aldana as champion, I mean, I had Grasso, which is good, but she just lost the belt a few weeks ago. And if Suarez is not getting her title shot, and I mean, what if she fucking pulls out against Verna? Or what if she loses that, right? Or I have to wait a bit longer, even if she shows up and beats Verna. So I just need something to hold me. I need something to make me happy with this sport. Just one thing. And all I ask is for Pena to get that title back against Raquel Pennington. Probably isn't going to happen because, can never get what I want. But, we'll see. Let me know what you guys think in the comments.